I know nothing about keyboards, but I know a lot about typing, and this is why I'm surprised that I've been using the same keyboard for the longest amount of time. Now, in this video, I want to talk about my perspective on keyboards and how much they actually affect your typing speed, and coming at this from the perspective of someone who can type 150 words per minute. And then I also want to talk about, obviously, the keyboard that I'm currently using after that, and then ultimately whether that's really had an effect on my typing in general. Now, I've talked to a lot of people who either build custom mechanical keyboards or have a nice mechanical keyboard themselves. And lots of people who have nice mechanical keyboards or who build them will agree that it doesn't really affect your typing words per minute very much, and that they can still type the same speed or even better on your simple laptop keyboard. But what they do tell you is that it significantly benefits the typing experience. You don't feel as much pain when you're typing. There's not as much tension that you're putting in your fingers when you're typing on a nicer keyboard. And obviously it just sounds better and it feels much better to type on. And I know that this is something that's true. Now, I can't give my own opinion on this because I've never actually touched a nice mechanical keyboard in my life. Okay, so now what keyboard do I use myself? And I have used, I don't even know how many years I have been using it, but I use an Apple Magic Bluetooth keyboard. Yeah, I know. And I know lots of people say that the keyboard that you use doesn't actually affect your typing speed, but for me it significantly affects your typing experience, even though I don't have any comparison between it and a mechanical keyboard. For starters, on an Apple Magic keyboard, you have these little grippy things at the bottom, and these are the only things that stop your keyboard from sliding across your desk. Now, when these wear out after about a month or 2 months of use, then your keyboard is going to be sliding all over the place. Sometimes when I press down too hard on a key and then accidentally drag it, then the keyboard is coming along for the ride on the desktop with me. And then slowly, when I'm typing out whatever I'm doing, then I have to move the keyboard slowly sideways, especially if I'm doing like a long typing test that I want to actually complete, or a NitroType race where I don't want to have to disqualify. A very annoying thing with Apple Magic keyboards. Another annoying thing is that obviously it's a membrane keyboard, right? So you don't have any switches or any key caps involved. They're just very thin keys where you're pressing down on some kind of sensor that then triggers something and sends that, however membrane keyboards work. But there's a very fine line that you have to learn that will affect your typing experience on it. Because if you press down too hard, you're going to bend the keyboard. It's not going to feel very nice. And you can't press down too hard on an Apple Magic keyboard, but if you press down too light, the letter is not actually going to be going through. So the problem that I have with an Apple Magic keyboard is that it's way too sensitive, so that if I'm typing out something and I'm starting to get a bit fatigued, maybe I'm doing a 10-minute typing test, then I'll start to be making more and more errors. Another massive problem I have with an Apple Magic keyboard is that my fingers start to get stiff and rigid because you don't have any ergonomics involved with it. Apple Magic keyboards are purely designed for looks. They're designed to go along with the minimalistic design of an Apple computer. So whenever I'm using an Apple Magic keyboard, you can see there's no ergonomic slanting or anything involved with this kind of keyboard. So slowly my hands are going to get more and more stiff. And I'll find that when I'm typing out a longer test that I want to actually complete, over time, my fingers are going to get more stiff, more rigid. It's going to be harder to type as smooth as I once was. And my accuracy is going to be going down. So yes, it doesn't actually decrease your words per minute. I find I've never actually typed on a mechanical keyboard, so I can't agree with the statement, but I'd say that generally, yeah, you can still increase your speed on a membrane keyboard like the one that I use. But you're going to be making massive sacrifices along the way like I have. So this leads me to the question of whether it has affected my typing speed. And I would say that no, it hasn't, but I could have a much better typing experience, I feel. And this is where I want to introduce something. And this is that when I hit 500 subscribers, I will no longer be using an Apple Magic keyboard, and I will buy a mechanical keyboard, a nice typing mechanical keyboard off of Amazon. So if you want to help me stop suffering from using an Apple Magic keyboard, simply hit the subscribe button. And as soon as I hit 500 subscribers, then I will be buying a mechanical keyboard off of Amazon, doing a review on it. And I believe if I can, I'll apply for affiliate linking on Amazon. So make sure that you also turn post notifications so you don't miss that video. Thanks for watching, and type on.